What's going on, y'all? Back at it on YouTube, man, to give y'all a lot of trucking information. I just want to say for those that's been here since day one, I appreciate y'all and all the information that I've given y'all. I hope y'all took it and went to go start your own trucking business. Or if y'all haven't, y'all still having some hiccups, that's why we're here now. So today we're just gonna go over something simple, you know what I'm saying, just roles within the transportation industry, just something basic, nothing too crazy. So basically going over brokers, shippers, carriers, load profit too. Really like a load breakdown. A lot of people think, okay, I made 5,000 from this load. This is all my money. No. So if you want to last longer, know how to separate all your money. So that's what we will be going over today. So stay tuned. Let's get it. All right, cool, right? So we're going to go over the broker, the shipper, the carrier. I'm going to show you how all that cycle works, right? Now, so what happens is we got the broker up here at the top, right? Got the broker, we got the shipper, we have the carrier. Cool. What happens is this shipper hits this broker. Hey, I got a load that needs to be moved from Georgia to Alabama paying 2,000, right? So boom, he hits him. Now that load's going for $2,000, right? 2,000. Bet. Now they have an agreement in place. That broker has to get that load moved. So now that broker puts it on the load board, right? Once that broker puts it on the load board, guess who contacts that broker? The carrier, right? Boom. Now that carrier contacts that broker. Hey, I see you got a load going from Alabama, well, from Georgia to Alabama paying $2,000. Is that load still available? The broker going to say yes. And then the carrier going to ask how much is the load going for? The broker might say, hey, it's going for 1,800. But mind you, the shit was supposed to be for $2,000. What happens is the broker takes his money up top. So if the broker decided to take 500, he can. If the broker decided to take 1,000, he can, right? So now, let's say this broker takes off 200. So boom, broker takes off 200. Now, that $2,000 load turns into $1,800 load for that carrier, right? Now, it's up to this carrier to negotiate that price with that broker, right? Year one in trucking, I never did that. I didn't understand to negotiate. I didn't understand to do that. I always took the first thing. Mind you, I don't drive. I bought trucks, hired drivers. But I didn't used to negotiate because I was so young. I got in at 21. I'm 24 now. So this carrier can either say, no, how much did you get the load for? Or they can have a whole negotiation. And you can either say, no, I'm sorry, that's too low. Or you can say, okay, I'll take it. The choice is yours, right? But now, it's different strokes for different folks, right? Now, what I mean by that is, it's another way you can run it. As a carrier, I'm gonna say, bro, I'm tired of going through brokers. I'm tired of getting my money took out top. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna X him right on out. I'm gonna have my relationships. I'm gonna go directly to the plug. You remember that load that was going for 2,000? Guess what? I go to the plug and get the load for the 2,000. Only reason why, I don't have to go through him. If I don't want to go through him, I don't have to go through him. If I have relationships and I can find a way to this shipper and get the load for what it is and potentially try to get a dedicated lane, I will, right? This segment is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna add people now. So have the broker, we're gonna have the shipper, we're gonna have the carrier, and guess what else we add in? We're gonna add a dispatcher. A lot of people work with dispatchers. Why a lot of people work with dispatchers? Because they don't want to take the time out of their own day to book their own loads. But guess what? You have to pay a dispatcher. 10%, 8%, 9%. Some dispatchers charge 14, 15%. Depends on how much they book your load for. So now, let's run this whole thing back. Let's say we're going through this broker again. Boom, we go through him again, get our load for $2,000. Get our load for $2,000. Now, from there, what happens is this broker posted it on the load board, right? Now it's on the load board. This dispatcher see it because this dispatcher works for you. So this dispatcher sees it. Now, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna contact that broker. Hey, I see you posted a load for $2,000. Is that still available? Yeah, it's still available, but it's not going for $2,000. It's going for 1,800. Now, this dispatcher has to negotiate as much money for him and for you. Why? Because he has to get 8%, 9%, or whatever percentage that y'all agreed on. He has to get that after that load. Some dispatchers want to get paid weekly. Some dispatchers want to get paid same day. Just depends on who you work with, right? So now with that being said, not only are you losing profit from this broker, because he took off his what? his $200. You also gonna lose money from that dispatcher. Now, the load is now going for $1,800, right? You decided to take that load for $1,800. Now the dispatcher gives it to you. Now you go take the load. Boom, you get the $1,800. Once you make that profit of, oh, y'all can't see, sorry. Hold on. Once you make that profit of $1,800, this dispatcher, he takes 8%. That dispatcher takes 8%, right? Boom. So now your profit would be out of the $1,800 after you give him his 8%. Your profit will be 1656. When you could have took that whole $1,800 home, well, you could have made $1,800 from that load if you just decided to dispatch yourself. It's never hard to dispatch yourself. I had a dispatcher at first. I X'd her out. I didn't really want to use her no more. I started to book my own loads because that's also how I built my own relationships. So it's different strokes for different folks though, for sure. So we're gonna go over how to actually break down a load the right way. And what I mean by that is break down early so you know exactly how much you're gonna make and what needs to go to different accounts before you even take the load, so you can know if it's a bad load or a good load for you. Everybody is different. Everybody rate per miles will be different because you got some people that got more expenses. Their overhead is way higher than others. So my rate per mile won't be your rate per mile. You always got to remember that, right? So, okay, boom. So we got a load going from Atlanta to Chicago, right? This load is paying $2,900, correct? It takes 726 miles to get to Chicago. It costs 7 miles per gallon to fill your truck up, right? Now, you have to times that by however much diesel is in the city you're going to. So we're going to Chicago. Diesel in Chicago is $3.83, right? So what you'll do is we will do 726 miles divided by 7 miles per gallon times $3.83, right? Now let's pull out our calculator. Now let's do it together. So we're going to do 726 divided by 7 times $3.83. Now we got 397, right? Let's round that to 400. So we're gonna round that to 400. So we already got 400 in fuel. 400 in fuel gone, correct? Boom. From there, now we gotta go ahead and deduct that. So now, let me use the black marker so y'all can, So now we're at 2,400, right? 24, where we at? 24.99? Now we're at $24.99. Now we're gonna do $24.99 times 30%. That's how much you're gonna pay your driver, right? Or if you're paying yourself, times 30%. Now, you're paying your driver, correct? Now, from there, that's driver pay. So let's do $24.99 times 30%. We get $750. Now, what we're gonna do from there? We're gonna put our $750, right? That equals $750. So now, like I said, this is a load that I got from one of my loads. So now we don't have a truck note. So now, no truck note. So some people will have a truck note and it's totally fine. But right here we have no truck note. So we're gonna go no truck note, right? No truck note. Cool. That's bold. No truck note. Now from there, we have to pay insurance. Now, from deducting both of these from the $2,900, now we are at 17. So now we gotta pay insurance. Let's set insurance money aside. Boom. So from the insurance, we are now at 1705 divided by 30. Joshua, why is it 30? It's 30 days in a month. Your insurance is $1,700 a month. What's 1,700 divided by 30? 1,700 divided by 30 is what? $56 a day, right? Since that's $56 a day, we're gonna round it up because it's 56.8. We're gonna round it up, that's 57. So we're gonna put $57 inside our insurance account per day. Or you could times it per week. The choice is yours, right? So boom, we're gonna put that equals $57 per day But we're gonna go with the per day right here, right? We're gonna go per day. Now, with that being said, maintenance on trucks. Let's go our maintenance. Now we got our maintenance, right? Boom. For our maintenance, we're gonna put at least $200 to $300 inside that account every week. Let's say we're gonna go we're gonna say 300. Maintenance, we're gonna go $300 inside that account every week. Now let's pull out our calculator. So how much is our net profit right here? So we have 2,900, right? Minus 400 for the diesel. Minus 750 for the driver pay. Minus $57, because that's how much we're gonna put inside our account that day for insurance. Minus $300 for our maintenance account. From there, we ended up with $1,393. So our net profit is $1,393. That's our net profit for that load. That's our net profit. So you can do this before you take a load. You can do this after you take a load. The choice is yours. Me personally, I tell people to do it before they take the load, just so they know how much money they will be making, just so they don't be surprised. Now, will every load be like that? Probably not. The way the load we're looking right now, you might not get that. It just depends. This is just a load breakdown for one load, but you could also take the same strategy and also use it. And then also, I will show y'all something that I do on my own for my loads and how I break everything down every week according to my drivers and stuff like that, right? All right, cool. So this is something I do within my business, right? So I break everything down by periods, by weeks, by the month, right? So January, first week of January, fuel we spent $3,000, driver pay we spent $3,800, insurance we spent $300, maintenance $500, other expenses $0. One truck brought us in $8,500, another truck brought us in $13,000. That revenue for that week was $21,000. Out of all our expenses, we took home $14,000. Out of the $8,500, I took home $4,000. Out of that $13,000, I took home $9,000. That's our profit. So that has a trucking company or is about to start one, I would say y'all should get one of these filled out. And